Good morning, everybody. Welcome to vlog 12 of our trading series, trading put credit spreads. Now, we did have a crazy little pickle that we got ourselves into last couple trades here, but QQQ did close out, you guys. I did have to switch over to Google Sheets, which is all right. So we can see our QQQ finally closed out, and we took $120 profit on that trade, which is awesome considering we took in $26 in credit. So we got almost all of our credit back, which is good to offset our big loss of $365 from SOXL that kicked us in the butt. Got a sign on it, no good. We got ourselves into a little bit of a doozy, and we were a little short on the cash amount, what we can do as far as taking a defensive measure. So with that being said, we are down in August $188, but if you look over year to date, we are still up, whatever that difference is. Let's see, we got 1285.81 minus 1149.81. We are still up $136 for the 3 months, and we still got some time left here in August. So not so bad, you guys. It happens. You know, things are definitely going to happen when you're out there trading, but the key is that you be smart with it and you make some trades here. So what I did this morning before everything opened, I went ahead and we got all of our new 90-day averages for the stocks that we're going to be looking at, because we are going to be putting a stock into play, or an option into play today. All right, so let's go back over to our charts here. Let's take a look at SPY. As you can see, SPY's very strong. We got our 7-day and our 7-day average at single moving average is way above our 90-day average. Our 30-day is a little bit below, right? But we can see SPY's making a big move, so we can look at the option chain on that one, see if it's something that maybe we want to do. Take a look at QQQ. QQQ, like I said, made a big jump. We were way down here, you guys. We were freaking out. Well, not freaking out. You never want to freak out. It's no big deal. It is what it is. But we did have 2 contracts in play for this one, and we were way down here. And like I said from the beginning, when I put the QQQ play in, I figured it would close around the 475, 474, which it closed above that. So all in all. But same thing here. We have our 7-day single moving average up, and we have our 30-day trending down. So we'll look at the next one. We go to SOXL. We are not going to mess with SOXL right now because it still has some movement to do. As you see, we are under the 90-day average, which is a trade that we will not want to get into, because we are focusing on put credit spreads, you guys, and we're not focusing on call credit spreads. If you're focusing on calls, then this might be one that you might be interested in. Let me go ahead and get rid of Alex, and I'll be right back. All right, just kidding. I guess he didn't want to go. Hopefully he'll leave my shirt alone. We look at GLD. This one is above the 90-day, but it did move down. As you can see, our 90-day average is red. So it did go down from Friday. But if we look at our 30-day, it's above the 90-day. If we look at our 7-day, it's way above. I mean, we're breaking a new high here, because the last high was 232.46. So we're already above that. So this might be a good play, guys, because we have some room here that we can work with. Look at TLT here. TLT also, we can see that our 90-day and our 7-day and our 30-day are both above our 90-day 90-day average, which is awesome. If we look at KRE as well had a big jump. Both of our single moving averages are above the 90-day. This one, not sure if this one is going to be a contender, but we're just going through here, guys, and then we'll start looking at the options chain to see which ones maybe we want to make a move. But everything right now is nicely above our 90-day average. So this one too, both has the single moving averages up. SMH, this one's going to be a no-go, which I should have a mark down here. Put a little X here, which I'll show you what I'm doing over there, guys. IWM is made a big move, but we are barely above this 90-day average. Not something that I feel comfortable with. It's just too close. So we're going to give that one an X because we're not going to look at that. GDX, same thing. We're way above here with our 7-day in this one, but our 30-day is barely above this 90-day average. So this one is going to be a pass. SOXX, big pass. All right. So what I do, guys, is on my Google Sheet here, which if you're using Excel, which I was, it's no big deal. You can just move your Excel into a Google Sheet and automatically convert it. All your formulas are going to be identical. Okay. So you don't have to really worry about that. So what I do is when I'm going through and I'm putting in these 90-day averages and I'm looking where our 90-day averages, and then I'm looking where the single moving average is for both the 7 and the 30-day, I'm kind of putting an X here if it's something that I do not want to look at. Okay, because this, don't want to waste time looking at these option chains. All right, so let's move over to the option chain and see where we're at here. So let's start with SPY. We're going to go to trade. And now, again, we want to be 45 days out. Close to 45 days out as possible. So if we're looking here, we have a 39-day and a 53-day. All right. So between those ones, we're going to go with the October 4th. So we'll go with 39-day. All right. We're going to do all, break this out here for us. And let's go take a look at our 90-day average here, which is going to be 548. All right. So we're probably going to be looking at, see if there's a 548 strike, which there is. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 548 here. So we would sell the 548 and then we would buy the 543. All right. So let's take a look at that. And then we will move down, and I'll go ahead and fill these in, and then I'll bring you back in so this video isn't crazy long. And then I'll show you which ones that we're going to make a move on. All right. So if we're looking at the 548, which is right here, we can see that we can sell between 453 and 457. So I'm just going to split it right there. I'm going to say 450. It just jumped up nicely there, but let's just call it 457. And let's say we can collect 457 on that. And then our cost of insurance, we'd be buying the 543, which is right here. We 378, 381. Let's just call it 379. All right. And then let's look at our sell delta. Our sell delta for 548 is, everything moved on me here, is negative 2.26, so put that in. And then our buy delta for the 543 is negative 21. And we are doing the October 4th, 2024. All right. So let me show you how that looks, and then I'll go ahead and get the rest of them in, okay? So with that being said, like I said, ideally I want to be under a negative 30 delta when I'm for my sell, all right? So we'd be selling the 548, which has a negative 0.26 delta, and we'd be buying at the 543, which is going to give us a 500 spread here, and that is going to be a negative 0.21. Our expiration date is October 4th, which is 39 days to expiration. We would collect $4.57 in premium, and it'll cost us $3.79 to put on this trade as our insurance. So as you can see, we would take a credit of $78 and we would take a profit of $39. Now, again, guys, when you're looking at these, your max loss is going to be your credit, your spread minus the credit that you take. So if we're looking at this here, we're going to take in a credit of $78, all right? But our spread is 500, so minus 78. So the total that we can lose on this is $42, all right? Which is, I mean, $422, which is $42 here, Okay, so that's our max loss. So keep that in mind as you're going through this and make sure that you're comfortable with that. Okay, so let me go ahead and fill in the rest of these, and then I'll put the ones up here on the research tab that we want to look at, and then we'll make the move on the ones that we want to trade. So hang tight. I'm going to fill this in, and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, guys, so I got this all filled in here, and looking at everything, we're going to go with the SPY here, okay? So let me just move this over. All right. Now, with SPY, if we look at our deltas, it's negative 26 for our sell and negative 21 for our buy, okay? We're looking at a potential profit of $39, okay? If we look at these other ones here, yeah, there's some bigger ones out here. You know, like QQQ has a potential of 75. But if you look at the sell delta, it's negative 0.37. It's too big, right? And if you look at the chart on it, and the reason that is if we look at the chart here for QQQ, we're close to this 90-day. Like, there isn't a big gap, right? And it's even trending down right now. And both of our single moving averages is not above this line. All right, he had to go potty. But we see both of our single moving average is not above our 90-day average. So this is not one that we really want to make a play on, because it's just, there's too big of a chance that it can break through our strikes. All right. If we look at SPY also, our 30-day is below here, right? But our 7-day is way up, and we have, you know, it's trending nicely. So out of all of them that I looked at, the other ones, you know, just didn't really make sense to me. You know, so looking at the same amount of profit, if we look at, like, this one's $41, right, for gold here. So if I take a look at this one, this is the other one I want to say. So we'll move this up to our pending, because these are the ones that we're going to make a move on potentially. And then what was another one here? So all these are no-goes. DIA, KRE, I didn't really like those. These are all small. So out of those two, so we have a $39 or $41 profit, which is pretty close, right? So let's look at the difference here. Let's look at SPY, which we just did. We looked at SPY, and SPY is nicely up here, right? So let's go look at GLD. GLD is also way up here. Both of our moving averages are above it here. Let's see, we started out the day at 232.02, so we're already up 232.66. Okay, so maybe we'll make a move on GLD instead. If we look at our sell deltas for GLD, we're at negative 0.21 and our buys at 0.12. All right, so let's take a look at that option chain here. So again, with gold, we would be selling the 225, which is right here, and we can collect, let's just say, $1.65, which that changed, it actually went up, which is good. And then our cost of insurance is $2.20, so that would cost us, let's just call it 78 cents. So it's kind of moving the same, no big deal. Our deltas are still, our delta went up here, so 225, our delta is now negative 0.23, and then our buy delta is for 220 is the same at negative 12. Okay, so let's take a look again at this chart. So what we would be doing is we would be at the 220. All right, so we'd sell the 220. Doesn't make sense. 225. Okay. There we go. We would be selling the 225. So let's go ahead and do this. 225, this would be our sell. And then on the right, we're going to make this green. So we would sell this one, and then we would be buying the 220. So go ahead and do that. Make this 220. 220. This will be our insurance. And okay. So here's our 500 spread, and this is what we'd be buying. Okay, we'd be selling this one and buying this one. So let's go ahead and see what we can get for this. So let's go to trade. We are going to sell the 225. All right, so if we go ahead and right click, we're going to sell, and then we're going to do a vertical. All right. And then what we're going to do is we are going to sell the 225, and then we are going to buy the 220. All right. And this is saying our credit is 87, which is exactly what we have here. Let me get me out of the way. So we're going to go ahead and confirm and send. And as we can see, this will be our credit. Our break even is 224.13, and we'll go ahead and send that. And it looks like it filled. Yep. All right. So we got it filled, guys. So we're in now. So now let's go ahead and it's a 223.13. So if I go ahead and add that here, 223.13. This is going to be break even. All right, and we will make this guy dashed. All right, so there's our break even. All right, so we just want to keep our stock trending up over that. So we'll keep a watch on that. We'll go ahead and get our, we'll move this guy up to the top now. So let me go ahead and copy all this. And then we're going to put her right here. And then we're going to put in today's date, which we are in August. Okay, so 8/26/2024. So we have this one in play. Now, our 21 days expiration, what we'll do is you just take this formula and we paste it in here. And then we need to change out the color because it changed our color. And I believe it's this one. No, the color's off. So let's just take, what is this color? So if we go here, it's this guy. Okay. So then we go here, and it's this guy. All right, there we go. So we got our colors back. All right. So we're going to watch this now. We can see that we're going to take profit at, we want to take profit at 44 cents. All right. So let's go ahead and put that in play. Let's go ahead and create that order. So we go to monitor. We see we have our play. We're going to go ahead and left click, and then we're going to do a create closing order. All right. And then what we're going to do is we said that we want to take our profit at 44 cents. So we're going to make this 44 cents. Hopefully it closes out soon, which would be awesome. But all right. So we're going to make this 44 cents. We're going to say this is good to canceled. And then we're going to go ahead and confirm and send. All right. So here we are. We take our profit and we're going to send it over. And now we can go ahead and see that our working order is in here. All right. So we're currently at 89 cents, 88 cents. So, okay. So it's moving up, which is fine. If we take a look at the chart, we can see. So we got our play in for the week. So we'll go ahead and continue to watch that, guys. Again, I know I've had someone ask me about how to create this this spreadsheet, which I will create a video on how to put this spreadsheet together so you can copy it. And again, I will be doing it in Google Sheets, but it's identical if you're doing it in Microsoft Excel. So the formulas are going to be the same. Everything is going to be the same. So I will go ahead and put that together for you guys. And once I do, I will get that posted, and I'll let you know once that's posted. All right. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I will catch you next week. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you very much. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.